Good day to all. Welcome to the Manny and Sean experience. It took 5 minutes for us to get ready to actually record this. That's great for us, right?
It's fine. You're still moving the mic, and I didn't move the mic.
Because since he wants to call me out on it now.
I didn't call you out. You moved the mic.
Since he called me out on it, he has placed the microphones incorrectly, as I've told him 1,000 times.
And I asked him.
And then he wants to proceed to keep touching the mic. So every time I actually had my mic set, he would then come move his mic. So then it fucked up my mic, which then I had to fix my mic. So I haven't been able to get my mic back to where it should be because he continues to fuck up with the mic. But anyways, welcome back to the Manny and Sean experience. This is episode 115. And welcome to Domesticated Gays Lives. We argue just as much as straight people.
That wasn't even an argument. But sure.
It wasn't an argument. I was just annoyed as fuck.
Yes, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Hopefully your week has been well. How has your week been?
Fine.
It just started. How was your weekend?
It was a nice weekend. It was Easter weekend.
It was Easter, celebrating the risen Lord.
Resurrection Sunday.
Or the Easter Bunny, whichever one you believe in.
Let me tell you, y'all out here trying to do the Passion of Christ live. Y'all really trying things. Like, we saw somebody, the fireworks blew up their whole gown and they flashed in their tighty whities the entire congregation. I should probably put the video because it's just too funny. I was just like, the risen Lord. Look at my ball sack. That's essentially what happened. And I
was so scared. Which I don't blame him.
Jesus thought he was gonna die
because he was on that tippity top of that building, and it's fire shooting all around him. He's just like, whoop.
I would have been scared as hell too. Shit. And he's like, I'm not gonna resurrect. I fall off this. And why were they doing it on the top of a building?
I don't know. He rose.
Just to the 2-story building he was on, and were the fireworks supposed to propel him into heaven? Anyways, for all of y'all out there doing these Passion of Christ live, just get some permits. Think through fireworks flying at Jesus is probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah, and also if you're gonna have people pretend to be on a cross, maybe you want to tie them to the cross so they don't slip off of it.
That too. And, maybe wear board shorts or boxer briefs.
The Lord didn't have box briefs, man.
You think the Lord was around here walking naked?
No, he was wearing the Fruit of the Looms like that man. Fruit of the Looms have been around since
BC?
Jesus' day.
Before Christ?
That's why their logo is just a bunch of fruit in a cornucopia.
Oh, got it, like the Last Supper. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we figured out worlds, life's mysteries of the Bible. But yeah, welcome back to 115 MASXP23. If you're new here, subscribe, like. We're also on YouTube. If you don't know, now you do.
Know.
Thank you. But we just really started out strong with a bunch of rants here. That was not the point of today's episode. Today's episode is.
By the way, I'm Sean. This is Manny.
Oh, I figured you would have put our names down by now.
Some people might not have.
True. If you're listening to us, you're like, oh, we're just ASMR, beautiful voices talking to you.
I don't know about all that.
Drink your water, sip it, feel the water against your lips. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do I have a career in something else?
Sure.
But today we have some celebrity gossip news for you. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. But things that are funny to us that we wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. Just this cable just keeps popping into my chest.
Do you want to move that?
No, maybe I should. God, never mind. I'm just gonna fall here on live TV. So Nick Cannon, yes, Nick Cannon,
host of The Masked Singer
host of The Masked Singer,
and father to 1,500 children.
Former husband of Mariah Carey.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow?
I just meant wow. That's what he's been equated to.
I mean, Nick Cannon does a good job hosting. Has he done anything extravagant in life?
I mean, you know, he was in Drumline.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Wild and Out.
It's not a movie.
It's not a movie.
It's a TV show.
It's a successful TV show.
He was pretty much hosting on it too.
Sure. I don't know if he executive produces or something.
Professional commentator, executive producer of many shows, closely aligned to Fox. Now we know why.
Didn't Nick Cannon sing? Am I making that up?
Maybe. I don't know. It probably wasn't good because I sure as hell don't remember.
I probably am making it up. Anyway.
So Nick Cannon recently was doing an episode of The Big Drive. It's Nick's show. So he's essentially driving in some big ass car, and he does the show, and he's interviewing model Amber Rose. Let me just play a quick clip for you to get a grasp of what we're talking about.
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal. Yeah. I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you had a whole nother, you up there with the elite now?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%.
Thank you,
People
Nick.
don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names. So
yeah, I mean, look, I listen, I'm not married to any party.
Right.
I voted for Donald Trump because we had two options, and he was definitely by far the better option for us. And as of now, I agree with a lot of things that he's doing.
Cleaning house.
Yeah.
But he doing what he said he was going to do.
Guess what? If there's a time where I don't agree, I'll say I don't agree.
Yeah. We got the Gulf of America now.
Period.
He's charging, he's like the club. He's charging a $5 million bottle service fee to get into the country.
I know. Listen. But guess what?
So that's a very different candid take on Nick Cannon, because I never got any kind of thoughts that Nick Cannon would be
conservative.
Yeah. Considering he has 27 different baby mamas and 7,500 kids.
The thing to me is, like, you know, we know Amber Rose because she showed her ass when she was at the Republican National Convention, and she did that horrible song with that horrible rapper. Also, she was dating Kanye. Amber Rose has made some questionable decisions with her life, and I don't think that I would be looking at her for political advice or political commentary, because she does not strike me as someone who is well versed in things like history. I can say the same thing for Nick Cannon. A person who brings in 17 children into the world. I don't know the total count. What is the total count?
I don't know how many kids he has. I just know it's a lot.
It is a lot.
Do you want me to ask right here live on
Sure.
TV?
The thing is, somebody that brings in that many children in the world, you may have money, but you don't have...
He has 12.
Yeah, you have 12 children that you need to be taken care of. You know who don't give a fuck about you and your 12 kids?
12 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 baby mamas.
That's awesome. And I know Mariah's included in that. And my God, girl,
and I'm sure she doesn't want to be.
You don't want to be. Your children are a blessing. You know, rock and roll, they're going to be fine.
Oh my God, Mariah
They
Carey's
gonna
got
be fine.
They don't need the baby daddy.
They don't need.
I know they do have a relationship, which is good.
Yes,
but
I'm just not looking for political commentary for either one of these people. And this is his podcast. Which another thing, I'm just like, you driving around with the top down, the wind is blowing. This makes for good podcasting nowadays.
I guess. Let's go back to these comments, because these are the comments that got him in trouble. Not trouble, but like got, the community that's been supporting him kind of looking at him crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that's consistently pointed in his talking points is that he is comparing the Republican and Democratic Party of, I don't know, the 1970s.
Not even.
Of the yesteryear, back in Abraham Lincoln days. Let's go that far back. That's what he's comparing the Democratic and Republican Party to. Because yes, Abraham Lincoln did sign the Emancipation
Proclamation in 1863.
So, yes, Abraham Lincoln did sign the Emancipation Proclamation that released. That's a terrible word.
It is ended slavery.
Ended slavery. Jesus, wow, that was awful. I didn't mean to use that word, but I couldn't think of another word. But yes, ended slavery, of which we know it did not end based on the proclamation.
No, because the Civil War was started.
Yeah.
So
sure, the Republicans did that, but the Republican Party of this century is not the Republican Party that did that, and the Democratic Party is not the same either. The parties have both evolved over the course of over the years, centuries,
hundreds of years.
Like that was one of the things that was talked about. That keeps being talked about is that he says he's talking about facts or something like that, and like we're spewing misinformation to a certain extent because it is not the same party. And yes, I can agree partially that both parties they probably use minority votes to their advantage.
That is, look, to me it's like you could say the same thing about them having Amber Rose at the Republican National Convention.
Sure.
You could have been the token black girl that they had show up because for whatever reason they know that some people will follow you for who you are, your star power. I think it's become a lot less of a thing in the previous election that like celebrity influence doesn't really have an influence on the public. But the same thing can be said that the manosphere that Trump appeared on, Joe Rogan, he was on Flagrant, all of these notable podcasts that a lot of younger people listen to and will take political advice from these people and vote that way. I just think it's unfair for Nick Cannon to get up there and say that, or her to say that the Democratic Party doesn't care about black people when they're literally the only ones who are fighting for civil rights, rights for LGBTQ+, rights for immigrants, rights for Hispanic people, rights for Venezuela, rights for everyone.
Right. Like we can literally say that both parties use our votes. I mean, we can agree with that. Now, the difference between both parties is which one is actually putting out laws that is going to protect at least the minorities that did vote for them. Because that's where I see the difference is like Republicans come out with things that are continuously hurting black and brown people, women,
children,
disenfranchised people that are, don't have a home, don't make enough money, like consistently hurting those people. Democrats are looking at policies and procedures and laws that counteract those things that put us in worse positions. And that's where I see the difference. Can they both be using us for the vote? Abso-fucking-lutely. And that's just the game of politics at the end of the day, is they're going to see who and how many people we can coerce into our corner. The difference is one party is passing laws that's not hurting people that are of minority descent. So when I hear Nick Cannon, Amber Rose, Nicki Minaj, the list goes on of people that are black and brown, and it's not just celebrities, it's normal day people as well. It's just, you're voting against your best interest, even though, yes, we can say that the vote is being just pushed at because they want it. But at the end of the day, one party is not passing laws that's hurting the communities that are voting for him, which is different for Trump and the MAGA party.
I think you can also look at it through the lens that all of these people have money. Yeah. Right? So
that was one of the comments he made. Like, oh, is your bag getting so big that you need to go conservative or something like that? So internally we know, like, oh, so celebrities tend to go Republican anyways because you get a better tax break under them.
Right. So I get to keep my wealth and even stack my wealth if that's the case.
And that's a great point because, we think about a party that helps, again, disenfranchised people. By Nick Cannon saying that, he is openly telling us that celebrities may tend to go Republican because they're going to get a better tax break because they earn so much money. And the Republicans are always about tax breaks for the wealthy.
And again,
I don't think Amber Rose is wealthy. Sorry, I just had to say that.
I mean, I can't count her money because I don't know. Because yes, she was a model. I don't know that she still models. She had her own clothing line or something. It doesn't matter. What you said is true. Like, people will vote against their best interests because a lot of the things that Trump has promised you has not come to fruition. A lot of things that we already knew, seeing him from his first term, we knew exactly what he was going to do. And then he showed you what he was going to do. And now a lot of y'all walking around here talking about I was a fool for voting for him and feeling stupid, including people like Joe Rogan. Because the man talked the good game. He was able to get up here, smile in your face, make fun of minorities, and y'all thought it was all giggles and laughs. Y'all hate trans people, so that was big on his list to make sure that he included in his speeches and told you how he's going to get rid of them. Told y'all that grocery prices were going to come down, and you just going to live in it's going to be America first. He going to end all the wars.
Yeah.
And none of that shit happened. Right. None of it has happened. And for her to get up there and say that the Republican Party cares about Black people, I just don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see a single thing that the Republican Party has done since that man has been in office, since he was in office the last time, that have benefited Black people.
Well, I think you made the point, is these people have money. They don't see the daily struggle of their community at the lowest level because they're riding around in name brand cars or getting groceries prepared by probably a chef in their house. Like,
right.
They're not seeing the normal reality. And yes, you may feel the party cares about you, the Republicans, because they're giving you greater tax breaks. So you're able to keep more of the money you made. Meanwhile, the person working down at Burger King that makes, I don't know, anywhere between $15 and $20 an hour has a higher tax bill sometimes than some of these millionaires. How do you make that sense? So, I mean, I liked Nick Cannon as a personality on TV. I thought he was funny on The Masked Singer. I did watch him in Wild 'N Out. But now I have to think differently about it.
I look at people a lot different, especially knowing where people stand. And I know, like, it shouldn't be a world of politics. It shouldn't be a world where it's just like, what side are you on? But at the end of the day, since 2016, that's what the world has become. Mm-hmm. It has become team sports. It has become you're either team red or team blue. And I blame that all on 47 because he saw the division and he just ripped it as hard as he could. And now we are such a divided country that, people don't even want to go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas because they don't want to deal with their family talking about Trump. They don't want to be there and be blast it to about, or have your dad or mom turn up Fox News while you trying to eat your damn turkey. Like, we have become so divided that now you look at people that you used to listen to, like Nicki Minaj. Like, I was a Nicki fan. I liked her since her mixtape days. But now I can't look at you the same.
Yeah, I mean, Nicki Minaj is a whole different thing. We talked about her an episode ago or something.
I know.
But, like, yeah, no, it makes... Nicki Minaj is one of those where it's like the LGBTQ community helped you rise to fame.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gave them the middle finger because you got something out of it.
And if I take it back to your side, look at what happened with Nicky Jam.
Yeah. Nicky Jam, I think Puerto Ricans has maybe turned back to him. But yeah, there was a lot of uproar when he went and, first of all, got presented as a woman.
This man didn't even know who you were.
He didn't know. Trump did not know who this man was. I think she's pretty or something like that.
Yeah.
And Nicky Jam's a man. And he went up there and he endorsed Trump. And it was just, for us in the community, was like, really? Like, we're talking about somebody who went to Puerto Rico after one of the biggest hurricanes in history and was throwing paper towels into the sea of people like they were basketballs and like we were doing some kind of contest. So, like, to hear Amber Rose, which is not surprising to me, but the Nick Cannon thing was surprising to me, talk like that. They don't care about, the Democrats don't care about black and brown people. And that, again, I won't say there isn't people on that side that don't actually care about us, and they are actually doing it for their own political gain. But at the end of the day, I at least know 98% of them are going to propose laws and legislation that do not impact me as a person, either as a gay male or a Latino.
I just always go back to the fact that, like, if this was the 1950s or the 1940s, Nick Cannon and Amber Rose, they would have drug your ass behind a car just like they would the rest of us.
Exactly.
And half of them, if not more than half, talk grade A shit about you behind your back, because no matter how far up in this party that you get, they're never going to see you as an equal. And I can say that with my whole chest and believe it from my head to my toe. They might smile in your face. They might shake your hand. They definitely gonna take your money. But at the end of the day, they don't see you as an equal. So whether you think the Democrats care about black people or don't care about black people, the Republicans show the fuck don't care about you.
Did you get your Dodge check yet?
Your what?
Doge?
Oh.
Your Doge check?
Ain't nobody getting no check from
me.
I'm
just saying that was something I was promised.
Girl, ain't nobody getting no checks. Okay.
In other news, Chilli from TLC. Yes, they are still a group.
They are.
They still tour. They're going on a tour.
Well,
they may have to pool, or maybe it'll just be one of them.
I would love to see just T-Boss up there.
T-Boss will be the only one singing.
Like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the prep song.
Don't
y'all.
Go chasing water. How many lines do I have in this song? But anyways, Chilli has been also in the news recently. I'll play a clip.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody, and I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button, and I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down, and, you know, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. You know, I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. You know, I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, this from me, you know, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. You know, if you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, you know, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for, you know, your love and your support, and just taking the time to listen to me right now. I really, really appreciate that. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. So Chilli was recently discovered on the web.
Discovered on the web.
Showed that she made some financial contributions to Republican-aligned committees. Her defense was that she failed to read the fine print and thought her money was going to a general charity for veterans and children. The bigger social media firestorm started when she liked or reposted, a video that promoted conspiracy theories about First Lady Michelle Obama. Chilli claims she's not computer savvy and that it was an accidental scroll click.
None of that makes sense. It don't make no sense. You telling me that you've been on Instagram. How long Instagram been out? It don't matter. You telling me that you ain't tech savvy. Said she was scrolling and her thumb must have hit the repost button, and
Yes.
that's what happened.
Yes. Because, I mean...
Does that happen to you? Has that ever happened to you?
The only errors I've done in TikTok or in Instagram before is when you're in a story and sometimes I just want to type or hit the heart and then I end up trying to forward it to somebody. That's the closest to an error. Reposting,
I just don't see you scrolling and then reposting.
I think she meant, this is my personal bias, I think she meant to like it.
I could see that.
And I think she went a little too far in her head about, I really agree with this, and reposted it. But forgot what she was reposting on.
I think that people have also found that she has liked other conservative things.
Correct.
So that does make sense to me. The whole I'm scrolling and then my thumb accidentally hit something, you playing the auntie grandma thing, I don't think that's working out for you. Also, this thing about Michelle Obama being trans, like, I don't understand why you would ever disrespect that woman like that. And I know that she said in her little apology thing that she voted for President Obama. She loves Michelle Obama. She loves Black women. But the stuff that is happening and people are finding about you ain't adding up.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes these conversations go a little bit kind of like one-sided. No. Like, we're not saying that just because you're a celebrity and you're Black and brown that you shouldn't, that you should be a liberal or a Democrat.
I'm not saying that at all.
But when you see people that advocate for, and I don't think Nick Cannon's ever advocated for the LGBTQ+, but Chilli advocating for communities that are disparaged, and then you see this kind of stuff, it just really hits differently. And then when you come out with your apology, it doesn't sound like a sincere apology.
That part right there for me, for everybody in these stories, for Nikki, for Nick, for Amber Rose, and for Chilli, because the people that support you And the people that show up for you, the people that buy your albums, the people that watch your TV shows, the people that wear your slut walk are all people that are disenfranchised. There are all people of color, mostly. There are queer people in there that have really elevated your career to put you where you're at right now. And the thing that gets me about this, I'm not saying you can be any race, color, or creed you want to, and you can vote for whoever you want to, because that is what makes America great, is that we all have a difference of opinion. On this platform, we are very liberal, and that is fine. My issue comes that y'all know that this party, this man, you know what he stands for. And so for you to get up and he and kiki about him and his party, and then go right back to go selling tickets to people that he is hurting, him and his party are hurting, that don't sit well with me. Mm-hmm. And it's not sitting well with a lot of people. Yeah. Which is why this tour might be in trouble. I don't know if the T and the C will have to drop out. Which I feel bad for T-Boz, because T-Boz ain't a part of none of this. And a matter of fact, somebody went and found an old interview that she had did on a radio station, and they were talking about Trump. And she was like, my band member voted for him. The only one that's still alive is Chilli. So I'm just saying, like, you can vote for whoever you want to vote for. You can donate money to whoever you want to donate to. But I think the gag is for a lot of people is that they saw TLC, they saw Chilli, they saw T-Boz, they saw Left Eye as being very progressive. They talked about sex. They talked about wearing condoms and being safe. They talked about HIV. Things that were affecting Black and brown communities. And y'all were a voice for these people. And now the people that are in charge are doing what they can to disrupt people from getting HIV preventive medication, making it so that medication is so expensive that people can't afford it, taking away jobs. Like, this is why people are upset. It's not just that you voted for Trump.
No.
It's the whole thing that you built your career off of, and that you built on the backs of the people that you're supposed to be helping. Those people feel betrayed by you.
Right. And the quote you, or paraphrase you gave me from the podcast, Kid Fury's podcast,
The
Read. It was Crystal said something along the lines of Black and brown people, or Black people, would be more aligned with the Republican Party because they tend to be more conservative.
Yeah.
Which I know is true. I know a lot of these social issues are not in the house of Black and brown communities. But when you hear things like Nick Cannon and Chilli and Amber Rose, I really don't care about Amber Rose. She doesn't strike me as nothing. But like Nick Cannon, who is prominent in a lot of TV shows, his Fox deals make more sense to me now. And people like Chilli that are now coming awareness with these Trump and MAGA connections, it's kind of like, well, this you're just going against us. And I think I lost my train of thought. I did too much thinking.
I get what you're saying. Like, what Crystal was saying on the Read is basically that, like, a lot of Black people would be more conservative if it wasn't for the inherent racism that goes along with being conservative in the Republican Party as a whole, because white nationalism is a thing, whether they want to believe it or not, it is. But a lot of people of color do have issues with homosexuality. A lot of us are deep in the religion, and we were raised in that. And so that teaches that homosexuality is a sin, and there's a lot of homophobia in the community.
No, I was just going to say, which is why I think we saw a lot of Black and brown people gravitate to the MAGA-esque this last election, because those issues were important to them. But in the end, when you hear Amber Rose say, like, Democrats don't care about Black people, but I'm sorry, you just put somebody who is just a complete racist into the White House. It's just because of those social issues.
It's the same reason why a lot of people feel that poor white people vote for Trump as well, because he is putting his foot down on people that they feel are beneath them, even though, as he says, he loves the uneducated. Why? Because they ain't gonna sit here and Google nothing that I'm doing. They ain't gonna sit here and understand this law that I'm writing, or I'm using my big Sharpies to make an executive order about. They just know that I'm here, and I'm kicking the Mexicans out, and ICE is out here rounding people up, and that's all they care about. Like, I feel superior because those people are beneath. I feel these people are beneath me. At the same time, all you're doing is voting against your best interest, because he's taking away rights from you too, because a lot of them depend on government assistance. And as much as people like to say that Black people are lazy, they don't want to work and do all this, the highest percentage of by race of people that are on government assistance are white people.
That's a crazy stat.
And it's a fact. It's not something that somebody made up. It is a literal fact.
We've talked about it here before. I provided the stats before. Yeah, it's just Chilli. I don't know if her tour is going to go on now, but there's other bands supporting that tour.
Other part of that tour, and the thing that popped up was that, so they're going on tour with Salt and Pepper and In Vogue. Mm-hmm. So Salt spoke up for Chilli, and then it had people looking at her crazy. It was like, so did you also vote for Trump? Are you also part of the MAGA gang? So I don't know what's gonna happen with this tour. I don't know what ticket sales are looking like, because I haven't checked.
Listen, it's, and if an artist is your artist and you're still going to support them, people are still eating at Chick-fil-A.
That's fine.
But just know that your money, and these people that have lots of money, are using it to go against your best interest as a human on this world, in this earth. And that's really sad, because I love TLC. And now it makes me consider, I like the last album, even though people fucking hated it. But now it's just like, what? I won't give you the stream because you ain't getting my 5 cents.
And again, once again, I feel bad for T-Boz, because T-Boz put out, which I didn't know about until I listened to the read. She had a whole commercial and song for PrEP, which she was singing Creep, but the lyrics are changed. There's a whole video for it. If you go on YouTube, you can find it. But she is an advocate for the what is the word?
Underrepresented?
Yes. For Black and brown people, for queer people. Like, T-Boz is out here for us. So I feel bad if this affects her, because she ain't had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So it is sad. And once again, like, you do what you want to do. Ain't nobody telling nobody to boycott TLC. If you want to play Nikki, play Nikki.
If you want to watch The Masked Singer, go watch The Masked Singer.
I ain't watched that since season 3, maybe, and I think they're on season 27. So I mean, do what you're gonna do. I'm not out here to ruin anybody's check, anybody's money. Their opinions are their opinions at the end of the day.
But to your point, is those opinions are getting pushed to the younger generation,
and that
is the problem, because the younger generation may look up to an Amber Rose. I don't know why. Or Nick Cannon. Also, I don't know why. But, I mean, I guess Nick Cannon, like, he rose up to fame. He built his career, his empire. I got to give him that. But I just look at him so differently now, because I'm like, what have you done behind the scenes to get to your rhapsody?
I do hate that we now live in a world where influencers or influence is based solely on how popular you are on TikTok or how popular you are on Instagram. There was a young man, I think he's a rapper. Don't kill me for this, because I didn't research this. I just saw it on Instagram. He was on Breakfast Club. Charlamagne was talking to him, and he was like, do you feel bad that Trump is in office because you told everybody not to vote for Kamala? And he was like, well, I don't feel bad because, people shouldn't listen to me. He was like, I was just saying my opinion. And he was like, it turns out that it was wrong. He was like, and then they asked him if he voted, and he said he didn't even vote. And I'm just like, these are the people that young people are listening to be influenced. And podcasters are the same thing, because there are a lot of influential podcasters who are now flipping the script and saying, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have promoted Trump, or I shouldn't have pushed so hard for y'all to vote for Trump, because now you are seeing what that has turned into.
Sure. That's one of the things where that comment of like, people shouldn't be listening to me. Well, that's just how society has shaped out, right? Like, if you are a celebrity, if you have money, if you are prominent on TV and social networks, whatever, people are looking up to you. And yes, we should all have our own individualized brain, our own thoughts and opinions. We should do our own research at the end of the day. But that's just not how society has accustomed people to. We are accustomed to listening to those who are richer than us, wealthier than us. Well, that's the same thing. Famous, like it's again like the billionaires telling us what we need to be doing.
Right.
Like, you need to get into the office because you need to work, or you need to work more so you can show how good you are at work. And it's like, but yeah, you're jet setting, right?
They will fire it in a heartbeat,
and then they'll get rid of you if you're not needed, or they're not making enough profit. Yeah, it's annoying. It's very annoying. But yeah, that's that corner of our podcast today. It's really crazy. Every day something new comes out about a new person, and just at the end of the day, I just think we need to stop putting celebrities on a pedestal.
I agree, and this is the last point I want to make.
Let me finish mine. Okay. Like I watch these. I hate watching the show, Entertainment Tonight, whatever the fuck it is. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, it's always on the TV after we get off of YouTube or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about these people's lives. Like, they talk about these people like, oh, somebody 95 years old died. I'm like, okay, well, somebody's grandma down the street probably died too. Like, why are we holding this person at a higher level of importance? Like, I'm just saying, we put everybody that's so famous and money wise and rich in such a high platform, when in reality, everybody should just be equal. That's their job at the end of the day, and they're just wealthy at the end of the day, unfortunately.
Yeah, I totally agree. I just think celebrity has changed from what it was to what it is now, thanks to social media. Because now anybody could be a celebrity.
Yeah, that's true. Anybody who is viral on social is.
There is somebody that could be walking down the street that could have 100 million followers and could be the most famous person to other people, and I wouldn't know who they were. But they could go to a Walmart and something be swamped, and I'd be like, who the fuck is that? Anybody could be famous.
Exactly.
The last thing I was going to mention was like, Jubilee, where they have somebody sit in a circle. The Carnival Jubilee. They have somebody sit in a circle, and I do know that, and they go back and forth. The thing about that show that really gets me is that a lot of people on there that are up there to debate the other person usually are just spitting something that they saw on Fox News or they saw on Twitter.
The show doesn't accomplish anything.
It doesn't really. It seems to just make people angry.
It does make people angry. Like, I've watched a few episodes. I can't watch too many of them because it gets way too intense. But like, if it's a Democrat on the hot seat and it's 20 other conservatives, it's just the conservatives just screaming and yelling. And if you flip it around, it's the other way around. It's like nobody. The only one that I think maybe thoughtful conversation was had was with the one I saw with Pete.
The one I saw with Pete was good, because Pete is good at explaining things to people, even if they can't understand it. Like, he at least breaks it down to a point where, like, no, this is why this is this, and then they kind of just are dumbfounded.
He's the secretary of explaining.
He should, if that should be a position, and he should be the secretary of it.
But like, I don't know. It's just this.
It's fine. We're not gonna solve it in.
I mean,
how many years we got left?
Of what?
Him.
2.
Ooh. Is it really 2?
Well, it depends. He could start a war and then he can stay in office. Oh wait, he already did that.
Anyway.
So we said at the top of the show we watched the Super Mario movie this weekend.
Did we?
We did?
We did.
What did we watch?
No, we did. We didn't say that at the top of the show.
We said we went to the movie, didn't we?
I don't remember that.
That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and argue. Well, as we may or may not have said at the top of the show, and we will only know when we go back to edit this, we went this weekend to see the movie Super Mario Galaxy.
We did. And
Did I say that right?
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. And I had a great time. I know the movie is getting hammered by critics, but I think the audience score is at the same or about the same as the last movie.
Universal was like, we broke records, whatever.
It's fine. It's just a fun movie. It's just come to the theater with your kids. You saw the last Mario movie, and here's another Mario movie.
I mean, I was reading some of the anger towards it. I'm like, it's a movie about a video game series of multiple different games. What in the hell were you expecting?
I've listened to a couple of reviews of people that have seen the movie, and a lot of people are saying that, there's no real plot. There's 50 things happening at once, and
There's literally one central plot.
And it's just like, I was like, did we see the same movie? Because I'm just like,
the end goal I don't want to spoil it, but the end goal was to save that person.
Yeah.
And not allow the galaxies to be extinct.
Sure. It's like a video game. It's literally like a video game. You go from level to level. We went from world to world. We got introduced to new characters. Yoshi's there. We had a fun time. It ended. We all had a great time. I had a smile on my face when I left.
I enjoyed it, and I don't play the video games, but I enjoy a good, fun movie where I was able to follow the storyline. I was able to enjoy it. It was funny. And I left. I didn't feel that I was in there for over an hour.
I feel like people want these movies to be like more serious than they are, but
Mario is not.
It's not serious. The games aren't serious. There is no plot. Bowser has taken the princess. Oh my God, we have to go save her. Cool.
Anyways.
Which was the movie? You can say
essentially
that.
Was the movie. So if you're looking for the plot, that is the plot. The only thing I saw that I semi-agreed with was there is a relationship in that movie. And I don't want to say it because it would spoil. But there is a relationship in that movie that I feel could have gone a little bit deeper in how that actuated. I felt like they moved a little bit fast through that. But at the end of the day, they probably you don't need to know this much backstory about this.
That's the thing I heard too a lot, is that people were like, I wish that they explored that a little bit more, or that kind of happened. And then somebody threw a bone and was like, look over there. And then we ran over there and we didn't get deeper into what was happening here. Right. But at the same time, I'm thinking I don't think these movies need to.
They don't need to be that deep.
I don't think they need to be that deep.
The movies are spanning a wide age group.
Yeah.
I would say maybe, I don't know if it's 4 too early to go watch
a Mario movie.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's pretty colors. There's not a talking
Okay,
dinosaur,
so maybe six all the way to adulthood is the range of these movies. So the depth of what you can make this movie, it can't be that deep at the end of the day. It needs to be where a kid can also enjoy what they're watching.
I think it goes back to this is a movie for people like me who grew up with Mario, who has played the games. It was full of references from the games. It was full of references to characters from the games. And it was kind of if you know, you know. For everybody else, they may have played one Mario game, or, they've seen Toad in passing, or they know who Mario and Luigi are because we all know who Mario and Luigi are. And most people know who Yoshi is. So it's just cool, I'll just go take my kid and, I'll get some of the references and some of the stuff I want. If anything, these movies are just a it is a way for Nintendo to introduce their characters to kids to get them to go play and buy the games.
I mean, I thought it was a great movie. It had, I don't know where there wasn't a plot.
Well, there was definitely a plot.
Somebody I also read said the movie moved too fast, and I'm like, I thought that was great. Like, why spend so much time fluffing the movie? Like, let's get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it is literally a video game. Like, when you sit down to play the video game, you are in it. You are playing the video game. There is no, at least the Super Mario's that I have seen, there's not a lot of story buildup. It's not like one of the other fighting games where you watch, maybe like The Last of Us, where there is a whole lot of story building before you get to actually play the game.
Right.
You play a Mario game, I mean, you press start and you're running down the fucking thing, or you're driving the fucking car. Like, I feel like the movie kept the pace of what a game would be. There was a plot there. Mm-hmm. It was funny.
There were tender moments, like the moment with Bowser and Bowser Jr. where he was doing the puppet show thing. I thought that was super cute, and like he actually wanted a relationship with his son, and I was like, oh, that's cute. They put that in there, like, and people were like, well, they should have explored that more. How much more of that did you want them to do?
This is not an Emmy caliber movie.
It's not. I don't think this is what they're shooting for.
I mean, they may win like for design and color, the visuals, but the acting and all that was not to be an Emmy award winning movie. Like, if you want to watch, I don't know, give me a very serious movie. I don't watch them all very often.
John Wick. That's not
serious, but I don't know. Romeo and Juliet. I don't fucking know. But like, this is not meant to be that. And I just don't understand how from the first movie, we now in the second movie, and we have so much hate for it because the movie was received very well the first time.
Yeah.
The second one's just being beat down by a bush. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, that's my problem with some of the Disney Pixar movies. Like, they are too much into the weeds of a storyline sometimes, where you're just like, wait a minute. I thought I came here to watch a cartoon movie. Like, when I come watch a cartoon movie, I want it to be fun. I want it to be whimsical. Why am I here overthinking what Olaf did or the princess? Like, that's what I really like about the Super Mario movies. Both of them have had a plot. It moved fast. I was able to follow it, and I just had a good time.
Yeah, you were entertained.
At the end of the day, why can't we just have movies like that where people want this deep knowledge of, like, let's dive into the the mental disorder between Bowser and his son. Let's dive deeper into it. I'm like, they're fucking game things, people. Like, are you kidding me? The movie's great. I can't wait for another one.
Because there will be another.
I'm sure you're going to go watch it again so you can write another stupid ass review and complain about it. But I was entertained. I recommend you go see it. Go pick you up a popcorn bucket, a coffee, a soda. Now they sell alcohol at the movie theater. Buy you a $40 alcoholic beverage. And have yourself a good fucking time, because the world is too crazy to be worried about whether the Mario animated movie didn't have enough substance to win the next fucking Emmy.
That's the part I didn't understand. But hey, I went in there, I enjoyed it, I left out, I was happy, and
we came home with a Yoshi.
And I came home with the Yoshi popcorn bucket, which was my main goal, and I got it. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it now, but I have it.
If you're into the merch, there is merch everywhere. All the theaters have different merch. Like, well, not all the brands of theaters all have their own separate.
Yeah.
AMC is really got that the Yoshi as their pool, I think.
A lot of people bought that popcorn bucket.
I think the Lumas are at Regal, if I'm not wrong. But anyways, yeah, go check it out. I mean, the world is so dark. Just go have a good time.
For 93 minutes, go have fun.
You don't need to know anything about the Mario games or nothing.
Just have a good time.
Have a good time. Jesus. Like, people are more mad about the Mario movie than like Amber Rose and Nick Cannon and Chilli out here talking shit about our communities, and people are more pissed that we didn't investigate the love interest and all that bullshit in Super Mario. Like, I'm just like, is this really where we're at? We're holding a movie more accountable than society? Anyways, this is not another ramble episode. Even though I lost my train of thought 1,000 times today.
It's okay. We're gonna end now. Thank you guys so much for joining us. You can find us on your social media platforms using MASXP23. You can find us on the TikTok, the Instagram, and the YouTube.
What are you, Donald Trump now?
I am.
You gotta put the word "the" to everything.
Thank you very
The
much
blacks.
for your kind attention. I hate that he signs off like that. Anyway,
When he said the blacks, I just cringed.
and
My whole
every
body
time he
cringed.
says that, even when he was talking about that damn pen,
Oh my god,
he emphasized the word black, and I was just like, "Why are you talking?" Anyway,
yeah, he did a whole 5 minutes on a Sharpie marker.
when he was supposed to be talking about the war, I can't.
Anyways, if you came back because you landed on our last episode, thank you. It's probably one of our highest rated episodes on YouTube. Episode 114. So thank you so much. We were like, oh, in the morning when we got up, there was maybe like 6 views on it, and then throughout the day, I'm like, holy shit, we're almost at 400 views on that episode with pretty good watch time. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you and welcome back. Welcome to the show.
This is what you get every week.
This is what you get.
Shits and giggles.
But yes, be sure to follow us. If you're new here, we are taking submissions on our Instagram. You can just go to the link that is in our bio. You can leave a question, get advice. We are asking people for their horror Uber and Lyft stories. We're going to do that episode at some point once we get enough submissions. But yeah, go check out that link and leave us something. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment for engagement or like the video.
Hit the thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up.
That helps.
Yes.
Get us out, because we got some comments of people that our podcast just landed on their timeline this last episode.
Yeah.
So. But as we like to say here, do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for someone else.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye. Don't go chase waterfall.
Because it's gonna dry up. Because I like the Trump tweet. And now I don't know how many fans are gonna show up to the show. So I think I'm gonna pack my bags because we're not going nowhere.
All right.